This is Elliot Wavesage. I want to go ahead and just drop a quick market update video. Like always, none of this is financial advice. Always do what's best for you. Just use this for your education and entertainment purposes only. The market had a lot of real sloppy price action yesterday, very choppy. A lot of confusion among traders out there. They don't know where it's going to go. Because I think there's some major news events this week, and the market will not trend until those news events complete. So what's interesting in the Dow Jones is we only have three waves up. We never made this, got this high taken out. It is out of sync with the futures market. So I always like to just trade the chart that I'm looking at. Given this setup, if we can't make a new high today, I would be worried that the wave 4 will continue to extend lower, despite what you see in the futures. And you'll have some ABC connector wave here, and then you have another ABC connector wave. And so that'd give you a target, and I'll give you a target here down to 39,240 potentially. So I'll just draw a buy area here. This could be a good dip buy area if it does want to take a dump for some reason. Now, if we could make a push higher to get this wave 5, then you'll have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I would be looking for a bigger pullback, something so you'd have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then you'll get a bigger pullback like that. And okay, so you'll have that to look forward to. So that's kind of what I see right now. So it's kind of it's an indecisive. It's stuck. I think clearly the Dow is weaker. We're seeing some breakdowns, some deflationary signals, pushing this lower, and maybe we can get one more low. We'll have to wait and see what happens. SPY, again, I would say we should be bouncing in this connector wave. There's a couple possibilities. I warned about a triangle. If it's a triangle connector, it'll be finished at any moment, and we'll have a big push down, a flush down that should get us down to these lower areas. Here, I wouldn't buy that anymore. I would just look at the next target if we are lucky and can get it. If it is a triangle, it'll be 519.74 down in this area here. Now, there's always a possibility you could spike, fill this gap, and then drop, but it's really struggling. The triple Qs are the same situation. Again, we're in a connector wave. It does not look like we got, the ABC. It looks like we got the WXY here. And just like the SPY, it could drop at any moment and I wouldn't buy it here anymore. I would be looking, you could either push up here, fill this gap, then drop, or if it's done here and it wants to just take a big, fall, we'd be looking for 421, 409 as the next area to buy here. Okay, just showing these are this is pretty bearish. I was hoping for a bigger bounce, but it's just not happening. Now maybe the news that will emerge will cause a bigger rally in this connector wave. But I'm just showing you kind of the worst case, and it looks like for the Russell, we didn't break this high, so I believe it's something like this, and we could push down and finish 4 down here. But like I mentioned, we could also relabel it and put the X there. So it's not really a good trade anymore. Here, if you get down here, you could try to buy this dip. But this is kind of just guessing to get this, hoping to get this last little bit. Bitcoin did make the flat. I was warning about the flat. Now we originally had B here. We were a little short of the flat target, and then when we swung up, there was two possibilities of a 1-2, 1-2, but as soon as we broke this level, then the flat was confirmed. Also, the sharp nature of the drop also confirmed the flat, and we also hit the target flat area exactly and got rejected hard. That was the possibility. It wasn't likely. I gave it like a 15% chance, but it was still possible. But it looks like that is what is playing out. That's why there was really no trade here in Bitcoin. I know everyone's like wants to trade every little up and down, but you really can't do that. The only trade set up in Bitcoin was back down here that I gave at the 54,000. So this was just noise. This is why it's so hard to get these little swings. But the next trade setup could be coming if we do get this flat to play out at 60,000. I think there's a good chance Bitcoin will be supported here by breaking this high, what you have here. So the dollar index should be ready to go down. China should be at a low, which also supports a lower dollar index. So I do believe, and then maybe this is where the indices have made their final push lower as well, and that would line up everything for a move higher. That would be perfect synchronization. Now, someone was like, hey, could this also be a 1-2 here? It's possible that it's like this, and then your flat here is within this wave. It's possible, but I think I would rather play for this trade setup and not try to play for the other one, just given what I'm seeing. Now, if we can push back above and take this high out, then of course we'll have a 1-2, 1-2, and then we'll be out. But there's really no trade. It's just guessing, right? It's just kind of gambling what you want to do. I'm just showing you what I think is the most probable path at the moment. Okay, oil is almost finished its fifth swing here. We should be getting a bounce soon in oil. The surprise to me would be just on pukes down, right? And it very well could extend. It could become a 1-2, 1-2, and just puke. So I'm just, again, showing you the most probable path, but there's no trade here. There's no trade setup. It's just, just the chart. The trade setup was right here. The short was right there, which I gave on my channel. Again, everyone loves to trade the end of the move. No one wants to trade the beginning for whatever reason. Now, if we get this too, we could have another short setup. But there's no setup here. But I'm just showing you what I think. Now, silver is in a buy area, buy setup, and but it needs the dollar index to play along. So I think that's kind of what you're betting on, lower dollar. If this could keep going lower, as long as we're above 26, I think you could still say it's a 4. But once you break 26, then it's something much more sinister going on in the silver market. And gold, I think, has more downside down here to 23, 32, 2300. Dollar index moved higher just like I expected it to. Here, that's definitely, helping, govern the market from accelerating. Looks like to me it still needs to push a little bit higher. And we're hoping to finish this soon. But it looks like you have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like you need 5 here to finish a little bit higher. And that would be the first wave. It could always continue on in a more complex correction. You could always do more, so just be careful. But it should be due a pullback soon. Bond market, again, looks like a 1-2, 1-2. We could still be in 2. That's really in a messy area. The VIX is also pretty messy. I went ahead and did all the labeling. So I actually think the VIX has only got 3 up. Now, we could get this 5th wave here to finish A, get B, and then get a big push higher in C. That's one idea. The other idea, which is the more bearish, is we have W finished, X, and then we get champagne is popped. The cork is released and all the energy comes out. And just have to be careful. And if this is a more traditional consolidation, the VIX would find buyers at 15, but it seems to want to turn higher in this consolidation area. So just keep that in mind. The VIX show, just it can't really learn a lot from the VIX, but if it were to drop into this area, then I think it could be at risk for a bigger move higher. But right here, it's tough to say. It could be some kind of triangle connector in an X wave, or possibly still in 4 and get 5 and B, something like that. All right, let's go to the other stocks that you guys like. Apple, again, Apple will want to bounce here, but that bounce can fail. Amazon, I think we want to go lower. Facebook, lower. Netflix, a little lower, then a bounce and a failure. Tesla, looking for this final move up in 5. I think we're getting a reversal here, which is a good sign. This is good. This also is very positive for the overall health of the market in general to get this 5th wave, but it's not all clear yet. And we did have a cycle reset with this pump, so this low here at 215 has to hold, or 4 will turn into, that will probably ruin the setup on wave 4. So that has to hold now. AMD, again, could look for, this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could actually get a pump back up to 155, but I believe that will fail eventually. The other is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's a waterfall sell-off. I only like to short it now on 3 waves. And Microsoft, again, looking for lower, bounce, fail. That's what I'm looking for. NVIDIA, we should be getting a bigger bounce. I mean, it could still grind a little lower, but that bounce should fail as well. This puke down into earnings, Symbotic, and our chart's playing out. We've had this chart for months, and the target is at 25.54. We may hit that today, but we need one more bounce and a failure for a buy area on this. And I did like to buy this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the long term. Here's your between the 4 and 2, right around 22. So I'm hoping we'll get it at 22. I do believe in the future this will have a lot more upside, but there's probably more pain to come. But it is good to see it break down and the chart play out like I expected it. I saw that this morning. That was good. Remember, I've had trade desk at wave 5. This could be a warning sign for the rest of the market, and that if that's the case, this could be ready to really have a big puke downward as well. And also could tell you the NASDAQ could be in trouble, could come down to 54. And this could even be a connector and even break these lows. So that's a pretty bearish chart here. Just, but if it does find support at 52, 54, that would be a good wave 3 setup. Then let's see here. Then there's a bunch of other plays I can do on my live stream. I know I'll do AMC and GME because I know everybody likes to trade those. Again, looking for this wave 2. We should retrace it a little bit more, but we need to hold that low. Very important, or the bullish case is, I think, in trouble. And then GME, let me go to GME real quick. I guess I put it back here. GME does look like it's going to break this level. So what we have here is a connector. You have 3 down. So again, you're running out of room to it's really running out of room. So now what you're hoping for is a buy at 22.53 and erasing divergence, taking this peak out. It's a tall task, but if it can happen, then maybe it could find a low here against this low, and that would turn into, again, something like that. But it's looking more and more likely that GME wants to break this low. If it does, like I said, it's going to open you up for much lower prices, and this correction is going to go a lot deeper, potentially to 18. And that's just, so we've had several warning signs by breaking this low. Now it looks like we're going to break this low. And then once we break this low, so there's a lot of ways to kind of manage your risk and not get caught up in this sell-off that may be coming. So we have to, again, trade what the market is giving you, not what you wish it to be. Also, if we do get that deeper pullback, that'd be a good opportunity again to buy in the future, but I do still think this high will be taken out in the future, at least to get that this third swing. So you people, again, I think we have more pain coming across the whole market in this next 6 to 8 month cycle. A lot of pain, but the future looks really, really good. But there's pain, I think, that people are going to have to endure, and all the permeable hopium is going to get annihilated, and I think that's what we're starting to see here a little bit. And then maybe going into 25, new president, things settle down, and we can really have that bull market that everyone hopes for. But I think there's some pain coming. And as you guys know, the indices are in a treacherous area. We'll go to the triple Qs, of course. The triple Qs, I could easily put the 5 here and label this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can extend it with one more swing, or I could just make it a flat and just have it crash straight down. So in all those scenarios, you have this bearish situation, right? That could happen as we finish 2024. So that's what I'm saying. There could be a lot of pain, but the good thing is I do think in the future will be bright. But there could be a lot of pain. There could be a lot of pain coming in the market for people that are too complacent, too much hopium, too many permeables, and the pain I see the pain where we're right on the edge of a cliff on the market technicals. But anyway, good luck with that. But I do think the future is okay. I'm not predicting anything like our perma bears are, that we're just going to go all the way back down like that. And the future is dark and hopeless. But yeah, there's some pain coming. There's some pain. Okay. Anyway, so I think that's all I want to say for the market, guys. It's really tough to trade this market on the shorter cycles because we could easily extend this X wave and get like another push higher, but it also is just equally likely to dump. So it's very much in the middle. So it's like place your bets, put your chips on red, put your on black, whatever however you want to play. But you really, that's what you're trading here. Now there are some setups that I showed earlier that are in areas that should have a bigger bounce, and I went through those. But there's never a guarantee, and then also the bounce could be weak, but there should be bounces. So I think the market, I would be surprised if we just get this puke down, but that would be healthy because it would really end the correction and in this 4, and we can get this final wave higher. That would be kind of nice. Just get this over with. But that would definitely blow up a lot of traders hoping for this bounce that never happens. So that's why I don't like to really trade long or short here. I mean, technically the Dow was a short still, but with the Dow futures making 5 up, I don't even like to short the Dow here. But there is 3 waves. This is a short opportunity in the Dow against this level here. Against this level, for those bold enough to want to take that short. So that's, if I was looking at the indices, that's really all I could trade. Maybe you could also try to short the IWM against this level at 225.43 and try to play for that. So maybe if someone's like forcing me to trade the indices, those are probably the 2 things I would take, was the short Dow, short Russell against those levels. But they're not good they're not sure bets either, because they can easily make this fifth wave. And like I said, the futures made the fifth wave. They made one, two, three, four, five. To me, it made five waves. Now, what could be happening here? This could just be a flat pattern like this, and then this area here is really three waves, and it's just really ugly, an ugly pattern for B. But that's the only way I can think about it. But because of that, I would never even short any or mess with that. But the Dow Jones shows something different. That shows a short setup potentially. All right, guys. Good luck, and we'll see what happens later today.